Yeah, this is Farmer Bob again. In our continuing series on how we handle our rabbits and stuff, one of the tools that we use for long-term storage of rabbit meat is our vacuum sealer. And what we do is, after we've let the rabbits rest for a while, we get them and put them in a vacuum sealer bag and seal them up for the freezer. If you haven't used a vacuum sealer, it's pretty simple. And what we're doing here to start is to seal the end of the bag. And I know it makes a little bit of a noise, but you unlock it, open it, and it creates a vacuum tight seal right there across, you can see. We then measure out how much we need to put our rabbit in, and we cut off the bag. I always like to cut a little extra. You can always trim it up if I have to. And these have nice little markings on them, so you can do pretty much a straight cut. And then take the rabbit, now that's been totally relaxed and all the rigor is out, put it in the bag, set it up in the vacuum sealer. Close it, lock it, and turn it on. As you can see, it sucks all the air out. By doing this, you won't get freezer burn. It also makes a much nicer product to be sold for your customers. And it's now sealing, and it's done. And that process, now you have a nicely vacuum packed rabbit that will store for a very long time. If you'd like, we can run through that one more time. First thing you do is you seal the end of the bag. I start it, and then I just have to do a manual seal, and it seals it so that it won't leak. You take your rabbit. This one's a really big one. That was an American Blue. This is one of our New Zealand's. You can see there's a definite size difference between the two. And you figure out how big a bag you need. And like I said, I like to make them a little bigger than needed. Put your rabbit back in its bag there for the time being. Cut your bag. Then you take your rabbit, slide it through the bag. I did overcut a little bit, so no big worries.
You could use it for something else.
You just trim off what you don't need. Open your vacuum sealer. Put the bag in. Lock it. And now you vacuum seal your rabbit. very attractive vacuum sealed package for your customers. So, and that's how we process our rabbits. Okay. Another tool we use here at BobCat Acres is our grinder. We do a lot of the grinding of the meat, our own meat, and this way we save a lot down the road, especially with our lambs, our goats, and turkeys. And we're having a problem here today, sticking a little. But today we're grinding up our rabbit, which we can use in what I'm hoping to be is some meat sticks and ground meat jerkies. So, as you can see, the one issue I have with this grinder is that I had to build a plate for it, and it doesn't quite want to mount correctly on my table. So we're having a slight issue with that when things get stiff. So as you can see, we just run this through and take the meat through, and we'll use it for different things. We use it also for grinding our lamb up, and one of the biggest savings with the grinder is come Thanksgiving, when you can get turkeys really cheap, and we grind up our turkeys for ground turkey during the year. Okay, after a few little fits and starts there, the mistake we made is we didn't cut up the rabbit meat small enough to fit, to go in, and what was happening is it was binding up inside the gear. But as you can see, we got it all ground up, and it's going to make about 2 pounds of ground meat out of all that, and that's from just a few rabbits where we were using the belly meat and the tenderloins. And this will now, like I said, I'm going to try to use it as to make meat sticks and flavor it, and do meat sticks and jerky, ground meat jerkies. And I just got to get my seasonings together now. So, just like I said, this is just another tool we use a lot here at BobCat Acres. Okay, well, we got our marinade here. We're going to use a teriyaki marinade for our jerky. So we're going to have a teriyaki meat stick. And so, I mean, it's not any big deal here. We're just going to mix it, pre-mix it, and let it soak for a day or so, and get a good flavoring. As you can see, we had a lot of meat out of those rabbits into the grinding, and it just takes a little to get it into the bag here. And like I said, it's not going to take much. We're just going to make sure it's thoroughly mixed up here. And then just add some good teriyaki marinade. And mix it in the meat. And let the meat marinate in it. And then we will run it through our meat stick maker and put it through our dehydrator, which is another little tool we use around here. And we will have teriyaki jerky meat sticks. So hopefully I'll get a picture of it for you and when it's all done. So until next time, see you later.